Hello everyone, welcome back to Hero Wars Guide. We got a game data update with the schedule updates, and it's fairly different from what was advertised in the sneak peeks provided, I believe, on both the Discord and the community page. Before jumping into the details, I want to say that the notable absence in the schedule is going to be the Great Storm. And I'm kind of expecting that it will get added later. There's still another day for them to do that. But at least for now, that one is gone, and then there is a whole set of additional one-day events. So we are having the Lore Festival start tonight at the end of the Path of a Warrior event. And I'll talk a little bit more about that in a bit. But then also here on screen, you can start to see these one-day events come into place. We have seen these once before, or once or twice before. Maybe it was even during the Lore Festival in a previous year. But they're all only one day long, and they have just a login task for one task, and then one specific other task. And those are going to have something that's either extremely easy to complete because you've got things on hand, like this Titan summonings, or there'll be kind of an obscene ask for how much activity to do in one day, like 8,500 energy or 45 tower chests. It's always possible that they've changed out the rewards for these events, but historically speaking, they've been boxes, splitter boxes of a unique type for each event, but they're all kind of mediocre value. And these tasks are going to have some very high costs associated with them, like 8,500 energy in a day would be quite costly. Opening all 45 tower chests in one day is definitely not something you want to do, although it is something that may be worth timing the tower if you're somewhere where you can get a fourth day to open up tower chests in the evening one day and in the morning the following to double the normal 15 per day to a rate of 30 per day. So for these, I think the conclusion is keep an eye on what the resource asks are going to be, and if you don't already hold the Titan summoning spheres, then make sure you've got 80 of those. We're going to have pet summoning eggs coming a little bit later, which may be tricky if Great Storm does get added, as it likely will. But probably none of these are going to be worth spending on beyond what you would do in an ordinary day. Alright, but that said, to wrap up on this one-day event series, I'm going to run through those. We'll probably skip over the Lore Festival in doing so. But we've got Energy on day 1, Summoning Sphere on the 2nd, then Tower, then Hero Artifact Chests, Outland, and then we have Soul Atrium summonings, so this is different. It's been Hero Chest in the past. I have been holding all of mine. I have not even done the 10 summonings for free. I'm probably going to wait for there to be a nice Emerald spend task and something where you need Hero Souls. It's very unlikely that this is going to be a good enough payout to make sense. And then skipping over the lore events for a moment, the final day task, and this will be at the end of the Lore Festival, we have the pet summoning. And here you need 50 of them, and this will be outside of the Great Storms event window. So for sure, if you want to get this one done, hold on to all of your pet summoning eggs until at least when the Great Storm goes live, and the Great Storm will provide more valuable rewards for this task than this single day event. So if you have to pick one or the other, I think go with Great Storm. Alright, then to fall back to the Lore Festival to wrap up the video here, it looks like this is following either exactly the same or roughly the same format that we've seen in previous years, where we have tasks in a week-long event that are free or relatively inexpensive to complete. In fact, I think all this stuff is free except for maybe like the 50 Emerald level of energy spending and paying to open a few extra Outland chests. But you can get this done with a couple of days, I think 3 days worth of opening the 90 level of whichever attribute is the most important to you, probably intelligence, but maybe agility. You can get this done for just a few at the 90 level, and that's one of the better places in the game to spend emeralds anyway. Okay, and then after one day of the initial lore event, there will be a companion event that rewards getting to certain ranks in the quiz and earning a certain number of points. Now, I have seen this run a few different ways, but usually this placing a certain rank in the quiz will apply retroactively to the highest rank that you've ever achieved. It's not where you are at the end, it's the highest rank that you've achieved at any point in the event. And usually it will apply even before this second event goes live. So if you're at the first position during the first event, then you're probably good for the second. I've seen some speculation that it only applies, after midnight of this first day here in the West. Maybe it's an hour into the event or something. But I have definitely personally been given the number one rank here, even though I woke up in the morning when this event went live, I was in the teens or something of ranking, but I had briefly been in a first position during the very beginning of this event. So if possible, those of us here in the West maybe complete some of these tasks. It's probably not worth spending to open extra tower chests or anything like that, but do answer the questions quickly after the event goes live, and anything that you maybe have not run for today's tasks. If you're not going to hit an Outland threshold or energy milestone in the current Cosmic Battle event, then maybe just hang on to it and do it tonight after this event goes live. But otherwise, it's a pretty laid-back event. I think especially after this Cosmic Battle one, just answer a few mostly easy questions. You may be able to even find some quick help online for some of the questions. And for me, this is going to be kind of a welcome break after the Cosmic Brawl and before the next season. No game data on that yet, but I will, of course, keep you updated as soon as I have something to share. All right, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you again next time.